Hey, my super beautiful, lovely souls. Lizzie the Lightworker here, guys. Today we're working on Capricorn, your inner child healing. So if you'd like to hear messages about how to heal your inner child, how your inner child feels, what you lacked maybe as a child, something that left you scarred, how it affects you now, how can you heal? How can you reach inside and, sort of pull this energy up to the surface? How can you support your inner child? And then a message from your inner child, from spirit, to help you along. So let's get right into it. How does your inner child feel? So you may have had a childhood revolving around, I'm going to say, mother figure. And your mother figure may have taught you all of the necessities and the values of life and how to live life and how to save money and how to make sure you have enough money and, how to establish yourself. I feel like that was her role in your life and in your home. Okay. I feel like she might have been the one that wore the pants. She might have been the one that controlled the financing, and she might have been the one that did the disciplining and, sort of checked your homework and, those sorts of things. Okay. So you had a very strong influence, female figure growing up, mother figure, that also I feel like was a bit controlling. I feel like was a bit rigid at times, was a bit possibly unsympathetic, a little bit more like about getting down to business of things. Like, let's get down to business here. Like, you need to go do these things. I need to go do these things. I also feel like this was a career woman. And I feel like you may have been modeling your life around this person because this is all you know. This is what you were taught. And it's not bad things at all. But I feel like the primary focus was about money and finances and staying afloat and saving, and there was frustrations. So you may have witnessed that growing up, okay? And now you may feel like you can't get stable enough. You can't save enough money. You can't plan enough. So there's some things that that are really good about this, but there's also some things that are bad about it, like obsessing or holding on to money too tightly, or maybe even like growing up to be like a cheapskate or someone that's afraid to spend or afraid to go away on vacations or afraid to just go by the seat of their pants. There's always a plan. So this may be spirit channeling into you that you may need to be a little bit more open and be a little more free and more, allow yourself to live a bit. Okay. So what is something that maybe you lacked as a child? So I feel like you might have lacked true happiness. Okay. I feel like you may have been given dictations about what happiness is and how to be happy and what you should be happy over. Okay. But I feel like happiness was never really owned by you. It never really was a place, that you were comfortable in. I feel like you might have been uncomfortable being happy because you're afraid the other shoe is going to drop. Okay. So that leads back to this with that intensity of planning and money and make sure everything's okay. So there's no time for enjoyment. There's no time to let loose and have fun and let your hair down and play in the sun. I feel like you may have been a kid that worked early in life. You may have been a kid that had their own money early in life and that you didn't have time to go play. It could be that you were relied upon as part of an income type of a thing. Maybe it was just you and your mom and you needed an extra income. But yeah, I feel like you were never really given an opportunity to know what true happiness is or to make your own happiness. And I also feel like you don't know how to make yourself really happy. And I get a sense that there could be something with money and happiness. Like you think the more you have, the happier you'll be, or you became reliant upon that, like possessions to show happiness. Like, oh, I have a new car, I should be happy, but I'm not. Like there's something about that. Okay. So something that left your inner child scarred. Okay. So I feel like the world you grew up in, you may be now realizing, or you may have come to realize that there was definitely some hidden things or some things that you didn't know about from your parents or from your mom or something like that. I also feel like you were led to lead a life that really in reality wasn't bringing you happiness or it wasn't bringing you comfort. It feels like it's built on lies a little bit. Okay. So not that your mom's a bad person, but if they were in that energy of do, get, achieve, and you lacked fun and enjoyment as a child, I feel like there's something about being kept down in this energy, something about not letting you go past this energy where you're like, well, maybe I do just want to go have fun and throw caution to the wind. I feel like you were lied to about it, or you were made to believe that this type of a life is going to bring you happiness, and now it's not. So not that there's 100% ill intentions, but it could be that your mom maybe never felt satisfied or happy. So you shared that energy with her or him, you know, depending on whoever raised you, however it resonates. So that could have left you scarred a little bit. You could have found out that, you know, life is a lie. These things are a lie. Money doesn't make me happy. Or you said it would, but it doesn't. So there's things like that type of deceit, okay? Not like direct, I want to punish you deceit, okay? More like one person's beliefs they thought is truth. You found out that's not it. More so that, okay? So that's like an awakening type of a thing that might have blown your world open and made you feel, you know, wow, like who else is going to lie to me, you know? Or you might have trust issues now because of that. Okay, so how does it affect your life now? With balance. See, you don't know how to have fun. You don't know how to let something go. Like you can't live all in the white or all in the black of the yin yang, okay? There has to be a little bit of each. So you can't say you're intolerant of any lacking of money. You have to have a tolerance, in other words. You can't say you're intolerant to this, but not that. Like there's something about balance there, and also balance in life. Like you have to have work, you have to have fun. You have to have times where you're broke and times where you're rich. You have to have, you know, more acceptance and not be in denial. Like there's things like that. You have to accept the other. In other words, I feel like that is really what spirit wants you to know so you can have more happiness in life. You know, so that is something that is a constant thing I feel like with you is the balance. It might be with money. It might be with people. It might be with your relationships. It might be with the way you accept things like an ending or a death. It might be the way that, you know, you want to be treated. All those things have to do with balance. Okay. So let's talk about something that maybe can help you heal. Okay, so I feel like anxiety is a big problem. Now, this could stem way back because if you were always anxious about money or always feeling like you had to work hard or had to provide or had to do something to make yourself be a better person or status or something with career that, you know, those things like obsessing and worrying too much about money in the future, anxiety definitely puts age on us, okay? So spirit wants you to know that overly obsessing about the future or your problems, it's not going to help. And crying over like spilled milk, in other words, it's not going to help. Spirit wants you to know that, get rid of the anxiety and look at the situation for what it is, and you will see it differently. You'll be able to start to see solutions, because when you're trapped in anxiety, you can't see solutions. So that might be a part of your lifelong problem, or it could be something that's just now happening, or something that you're starting to work on or deal with. So yeah, heal the part of you that worries. Heal the part of you that makes you crazy, that doesn't let you be in peace. Okay, so how can you support that inner child? Look at this. We're getting financial constraints. There's a huge theme of money and hard work and issues. You're deathly afraid of being poor. You're deathly afraid of having nothing or opening a cupboard and it's completely bare. You're deathly afraid of that. That could be something that was instilled from a young age. It could have been something that you dealt with in your home where there was very poor times and there was good times. It could be something that happened to you recently and you've now come out of it and you're now like a fiend about being prepared and money. Or it could be something that, like I said, is just a lifelong fear. It's something that you fear in the future. So that's where the anxiety comes from. And sort of, I feel like you always feel like the other shoe's going to drop, or you always feel like there's going to be there's going to be a problem. So I feel like that's also where the yin and yang comes in, where you have to think that it's okay. There can be no bad without good. There can be no light without dark. And you have to know that no matter what it is, whatever's waiting for you around the corner could never feel as bad as the worry you have about what it is and when it's coming. Okay, so Spirit really wants you to know that this is all part of how you can support that inner child and help heal. You have to really sort of find that balance. It's very delicate. Okay, so what is a message from your inner child? So your inner child wants you to get out there more. I feel like this is telling you to make more friends, have more fun, let your hair down, go out for drinks, enjoy yourself, do things with friends, put yourself among people that are free-spirited and loving and want to show you fun and show you ways to have fun. I also feel like you may get a lot of support from a support group or a place online that's private, like a Facebook group or something like that. Or even maybe like a therapy group that you talk about this, because it is a real fear. Hundreds of thousands of people always are concerned about future or money or anxiety. Okay, so that's just a little thing that you might be able to do. If it doesn't feel right, then don't worry about it. But Spirit is putting that out there, community, and getting involved in your community and with people and other people that might understand you or might be able to support you better, okay? Because it is also about the people that you're around and keeping company with too. It might not be the right crowd for you. So you're being led to a new crowd or a new group of people or a new thing that involves people that can help you. I hope you enjoyed this reading, guys. Please let me know what you think. Give me a big thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe. And I love all you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in. Love and light.